Hello Boys and Girls Club family, my name is Gaby and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a watercolor flower painting. We will be using Kool-Aid paint and you can see how to make it on our last geometric pattern video. In this lesson you will learn to trust the medium and we hope that you can relax while doing it. I hope you enjoy. The materials you'll need for this lesson are brushes, black markers, the Kool-Aid watercolor, and white paper. Now that you have all your materials ready, we can get started. I have all my colors already mixed. I have a couple of reds, oranges, yellow, blues, and greens. So now the purpose of this lesson is to go with the flow of the medium, which is the Kool-Aid watercolor. It works pretty much like watercolor. It's a little stickier, but it gives you a really nice gloss on it. So just let it rest there on the paper and let's see what shapes can we get. So what I like to do is I think I'm gonna work in layers. So I'm gonna do random shapes. This is the lightest red that I have, which is going to work as a light pink. And I'm just gonna start from the middle of my paper out, so I know when to stop. I know from the center out if it's enough or not. So just like simple circle shapes. They don't have to be perfect. Just indications of where do you want the flowers to be, and that's it. It's like the real shape is gonna show up as you go with the layers. Okay, so we can do, and you could use a reference picture, but you don't necessarily need it. Then we do the flowers first, and then we continue with the stems of the flowers. So I'm gonna have light layers at the beginning with yellows, pinks, and then we'll be adding the darkest colors on top. So I'm going to continue to do this layer until I'm happy with the amount of flowers that I have. Then I'll move to the second layer once it's dry. Okay, so now I'm done with my first layer. It's already dry. You might see how it has a glossy finish. That's because it's made out of sugar. So it's even though it looks like it's not dry, it is. It's just the gloss of the sugar. But now we can go on with our second layer, and we are going to add different colors, and we'll see what it leads to. Now I have to go back on each one of them and add details and more colors inside. Okay, so I stopped here. This is how it looks on the third layer. You can continue building more layers if you want to. I stopped here because I like how it looks right now. So I'm now going to continue with the stems of the flowers, and I'm gonna show you that they don't have to be straight stems or lines, all parallel to the bottom. You can go a little bit diagonal, or just follow the flow of the flower. If it looks like it's on one side, then do the line there. And yes, so I'm gonna do that. And also try to use all your greens and blues for that. if you add a little bit of the blues for the stems, that looks good too. Because I used most of my pinks and yellows for the flowers. So now I'm gonna use my cooler colors. And for example, the leaves here, they're like horizontal, so I'm gonna follow the line how I think it would look if I had a leaf like that. And remember, since the flowers are like in patches like that, you don't want to do the stems on top of the flowers that you already have. You're gonna try to do it behind it. So if you're going down and then you stop on a flower, then you can like skip it and then continue. Now I'm done with my stems, and this is how it looked. As you can see, I just let the lines flow underneath, like on the back of the flowers, and I put like 2 colors to each stem, more or less, to add depth on it. So now I'm just gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna add the last details with the black marker or pen. So it's going to be basically just like line work. Anywhere where I add like detail, it doesn't have to be exactly like within the flower. It could be like around it, little dots, little lines that would add little more interest to the painting. Like kind of like when you do mandalas, you know how you add dots and lines here and there. Okay, so this is the final product. With the 3 layers and the pen lines that I did last. I really hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be releasing new content every week, so please give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe so that you're the first to know when we release our next video. And please send us pictures of your artwork so that we can share it on our Instagram. Thank you. Bye bye.